Next is the history of augmented reality. Of course, augmented reality has its roots in virtual reality, and both rely on the idea of additional input to the senses that is digitally created for the user. But virtual reality attempts to create an immersive experience where all information is created. And augmented reality attempts only to add to your experience in the real world so that you are experiencing the real world around you with added digital content. The term augmented reality was coined by Tom Caudell at Boeing, and he was part of Boeing's computer services adaptive neural systems research and development project. And what he did was to create an overlay where different cables were supposed to go using a head-mounted display, so that mechanics didn't have to look at diagrams and manuals and try to figure out how they matched up with what they were actually seeing. Similarly, a project called Karma in 1992 used 3D graphics with a ghost image to show people how to load and service the machine without referring to an instruction manual. In this case, it was a printer. The arts weren't left out, though. In 1994, Julie Martin created a project called Dancing in Cyberspace, where dancers and acrobats interacted with virtual objects projected into the physical space. I looked all over to try to find video of this for you guys, but I couldn't find it. In 1999, the AR toolkit was created by Hirokazu Kato of the Nara Institute of Science and Technology, which allowed video capture tracking of the real world to combine with the interaction of virtual objects. It provided 3D graphics which could be overlaid on any OS platform. So even though it was only for the OS operating system, it was open source, and it allowed a lot of different people to, well, not a lot of different people, but people with the right skill set to be able to create for these kinds of augmented reality applications. AR Quake, which was in 2000, which was a first-person shooter game where you would be fighting enemies within your actual environment. So, like you can see in the picture on the left, that's the actual parking structure that they're in front of, and that they're manipulating, or they're moving around in, and then they have to find their enemies within that physical structure. That real physical structure. They have virtual enemies to attack, and the actual system is shown on the right with the guy and the funny little gun in the parking lot. In 2008 was a game changer with the first AR apps on smartphones, which can do anything from adding silly little games like the one in the lower left-hand corner, which allows you to shoot lasers at tiny little warships in your actual environment, or one that is my personal favorite that is attempting to get kids more physically active, makes them chase ghosts and try to catch them in a net using their own physical environment, but an overlay similar to the one that's here. Or the one on the right, which is Wikitude, which adds things like Yelp-style reviews and check-ins, Foursquare-style check-ins with actual identifying who's around you, like the Twitter handle @Andy there in the lower left.